Hello, my amazing artists. Today we are going to work on our Reggie Laurent inspired collages. So, first thing we need is a black piece of paper. We're going to write our name on it. And you can use a white crayon if you have it, so you can see your name a little better if you're having a hard time with that. Or you can just write it in pencil. Either one is fine. So I've got my name on this black paper. I'm actually going to set this aside because I don't need it right now. I just needed to get it ready. So I've got that. I need to select 10 pieces of scrap paper today. So we already know a collage is something that you create by putting smaller things together to make a big thing. So this is our collection of small things. You need 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pieces of paper. So on 5 of them, you're going to draw geometric shapes. And on the other 5, you're going to draw organic shapes. So let's draw the geometric ones first. There might be some pieces of painted paper in there, or you can just collect the regular pieces, whatever is fine. So I'm going to start with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, I'm going to move these aside. So I've got 5 pieces of paper. I'm going to draw 5 shapes, and they have to be geometric, right? You are going to use a pencil to do this, but I'm going to use a Sharpie just so you can see my lines very clearly. So, some geometric shapes we know. Geometric shapes are the ones that have names. Raise your hand if you know what shape this is. If you said oval, you are correct. It is an oval. There's 1. There's 2. Oh, I have some pencil marks on the back. That's okay. There's 3. So I have an oval, a triangle, and a square. I need 2 more. Circle, 4, and a heart. That's 5. All right, I've drawn 5 geometric shapes. I'm going to slide them over. Now I'm going to draw 5 organic shapes. Organic shapes have no name. They could just be blobs. They could be straight lines with angles. Kind of looks like a t-shirt. They could be explosions. Kind of looks like a star, but not really. My favorite one is the blob. When you're drawing these, you want to think about how detailed they are, because remember, you have to cut them out. 1 more. Okay. So I have 5 organic shapes that are random and 5 geometric shapes that have names. Scissor time! I'm going to cut out all of these shapes. When you cut them out, please be gentle with your scissors. Please be safe with your scissors and take your time cutting these out. When you're all done cutting out your shapes, then you can go ahead and throw your scraps away in the recycling bin. Alright dudes, I've got all my shapes cut out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 organic shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Where's my other one? Found it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Geometric shapes. 5 and 5 is 10. All set. Recycled all my scraps and ready to rock and roll. So, on my black paper, I'm going to arrange them before I glue them down. Good thing my name's already on the back. So, I've got my paper, and I'm going to put down my shapes on my paper. Sometimes I just like to throw them on there, see how they look. Some of them are a little big, so I think I'm going to need to overlap them. So I'm going to put the big ones down first. The both blue ones are really big. Changing the size of your shapes can help your composition look a little nicer. If they're all the same size, that might be boring. Alright, maybe this one can go here. This one can go down here. I'm going to play around with this composition until I like the way it looks. Okay, I've organized all my shapes in a way that I really like. This green guy is kind of coming off the paper a little bit. That's fine. So now I'm going to glue, and I'm going to glue the ones that are underneath first. I'm going to move this blue guy. I'm going to glue this green one. If you overlap your shapes, glue the ones on the bottom first, because then you need to glue the ones on the top last. That one was kind of like this. Yeah. And then I'll glue this one on top. Alright, ta-da! Give him a little massage so he sticks down. Yes. Alright. And you guys know how to do the test. Flip your paper over, wiggle it. If it falls off, you need more glue. When you're done gluing your shapes, we can get some drawing tools. Let me show you what you're going to do next. So this is something I've already started. I'm almost done. I'm still working on it. Reggie used a lot of different designs, right? So not only did he have shapes, but he had designs. So one thing that really connected all of his shapes was this long white line, and it touched all of his shapes. So that's something I want you to use today in your picture, is to make sure you have a white line that touches somehow all of your shapes. You can add other smaller lines. In fact, I hope you do. You're going to get a cup of paint and a tiny, tiny little paintbrush to add these details. So I hope that you add a lot of good designs to your picture, in addition to this big, long line, right? When we looked at Reggie's work, man, he had a lot going on, right? That was part of his style. He added a lot of detail, and it takes him a long time. So if it takes you a long time to do this, that's okay. You are following the directions, right? You're taking your time, you're doing your best work. So today, a long white line that connects all your shapes. And you can use your Sharpie to add black details on top of your shapes. You probably won't use your Sharpie for the background, right? Because it won't show up. This black color won't show up on that black paper. So if you add it to your colorful shapes, then you can see the designs. All right, so Sharpie designs and then white paint. Connect all your shapes with a big long line. Make sure it's touching. And then add more details. Really pack that background. All right, guys. Take your time. Do your best work. Don't rush it. Here we go.